Dear Father, Yahshua name, just bless me and all my family. Also, it's just enemy, the strength and the power to defeat Satan. Overcoming every obstacle and placing our power to defeat our enemies. Live to the song says of harm, danger, especially in place inception. Dear Father, Yahshua name, Father, the Holy Spirit, fill this land, Father, this will be done, that Father. He's cast the plans of the enemy, Father, he's cast every demon, devil, he is, but from one, Father, he's cut Satan off of this land. Yahshua name, I pray, Lord. Amen. Okay, today our Father's talking about Lord knows. Meaning, God keeps trying to tell us, man, to not waste our energy, our time, trying to clear our name, basically trying to vindicate ourselves or set things straight, man. Because he already know what time it is, man. He know whether you're in the right or whether you're in the wrong, man. I'm be honest with y'all. And if we're in the wrong, we get punished. You see what I'm saying? If we're in the right, we get vindicated. So, God's trying to tell us today, man, point blank, that he knows, man, what's going on. And he gonna set us straight, man, meaning he fair. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna let, you know what I'm saying, none of us, be honest with you, get away with nothing that's not right, man. I'm be honest with y'all, man, because devil is very tricky, man. Very sneaky, man. He'll, you know what I'm saying, throw stones at you and then hide his hand behind his back like he ain't do nothing, man. And when you go to try to get revenge, you see what I'm saying? It'll put you in a position where you look like the one that's in the wrong. So we gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying, counterattack spiritually. We gotta know how to really deal with that spiritually. That's spiritual warfare, man. To be honest with you. That's not physical warfare. That's not somebody coming up to you and fighting you head up. That's spiritual warfare, man. It's like you really do need God, man, to really show who was in the right, man, and who was in the wrong. And I'm be honest with y'all, man, time will tell. Lord knows, man, everything will unfold. That's what he keep trying to tell us. One day at a time, man, when something happens to you that Lord knows, you know what I'm saying, ain't right, you know what I'm saying, time will tell, man. It'll all unfold. And you'll see things get set straight. You know what I'm saying? You could have been falsely accused of something. You could have, you know what I'm saying, people could be lying on you. You see what I'm saying, talking about you, or whatever the case may be, just trying their best to slander your name or whatever. And like I said, that's spiritual warfare at its finest, man. Because that's like somebody throwing darts at you in the dark. That's why Father's trying to tell us too. When you get attacked, man, and you don't fully know where it's coming from, God will show you where it's coming from and what's going on and how to deal with it, man. That's spiritual warfare at its finest. And he keep telling us, man, don't even waste our time and our energy. You see what I'm saying? Trying to put people on blast, man. And trying to put people in check. There will be times that you have to regulate, man. There's no way around it. Don't get me wrong. There are times where you have to regulate. I'm be honest with y'all, but a lot of times, man, you shouldn't even waste your time and your energy unless it's really directed to you. That's what I seen on social media, to be honest with you. If it's not directed, it's not respected. I mean, if a person don't really direct, you know what I'm saying, their grievances towards you, they don't really have a problem. Be honest with you. If a person don't really come to you with that problem, and they just talking about you and all this other stuff, or they trying to get you caught up, and they don't really have a problem with you, huh? You see what I'm saying? It ain't that big of a deal. That's what our Father's trying to tell us right now. So don't make it a big deal, man. You know what I'm saying? Let people feel how they want to feel, man. Let them basically rot in misery, man. Because that's what that is, man. Misery loves company. Because if somebody really loves you, man, and they feel like you done them, you know what I'm saying, some type of way, or you did something they didn't like, they'll come to you, to be honest with you, and let you know, you know what I'm saying, they have a heart-to-heart talk with you. And those are people that you need to deal with, man. To be honest with you, those are the ones you're going to make it with. Because ain't no relationship perfect out here. Let's be real about it, man. And we get on each other's nerves, man. Even the ones that love each other unconditionally. We get on each other's nerves. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is, man. We do things that we don't necessarily like, man. I mean, we all different. But we should show respect, man. To be honest with you, we should be respecting each other, man. Because if not, it's going to be a problem. So that's why our Father's trying to tell us today, man. Like, He'll vindicate us, man. We shouldn't always be jumping up. You see what I'm saying? Trying to deal with every little problem or pest. We'll waste too much of, you know what I'm saying, our lives and our time doing that, and we're not going to be able to maintain it. Once you get to a point where you really doing well, you don't got time to be jumping at every little thing, man, every little spark. To be honest with you, if it ain't a real fire, if it ain't real problems or real issues, you don't got time for that, huh? That's what our Father's trying to tell us today. Okay? It's Psalm 24, I'm reading. It says, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For He hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in His holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek Him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Selah. Amen." Okay, I was talking to somebody about this, right? And I remember this because of this scripture right here. I was saying sometimes it's God that got to show certain people, you know what I'm saying, what time it is. And then it ain't just one time that He got to show them. He got to keep showing them. You see what I'm saying? Because you could tell a person whatever, man. If they done made up their mind, man, that's the thing about the mind, too. If they done made up their mind and they want to look at you a certain way, or they want to feel a certain way about things, or about certain situations, that's how they're going to feel until something changes their mind. That's what our Father's trying to tell us today. If we open up to Him, that's the Father hitting heavy. You know what I'm saying right now? If we open up to Him, He'll show us the truth, man. He'll show us what we need to see. And it'll change our mind, man, about a lot of different things. Now, I'm telling you all this from experience. That's my right hand of God. That's how I got the perspective that I have today. By allowing God to show me what I needed to see. Because the devil ain't going to show you what you supposed to see, to be honest with you. He ain't going to show you the truth. He going to show you lies and bull crap. He going to mess with your head. And it'll throw you off. God ain't going to do that to us. He going to show us what we need to see. And it's up to us whether we accept it or reject it. Whether we embrace it or not. That's what He's trying to tell us today, man. Like I said, a lot of times, you can tell people whatever, man. Like, until God really shows them what time it is with you, man. Or what's in your heart. That's another thing. People can't see what's in your heart, man. They don't know your true intentions. It's only God that can show them that. So, God's trying to tell us today, you don't have to, even with the good, you don't have to try to go all out to make people see that, you know what I'm saying, you're a good person or you got a good heart. Man, listen, I'm going to tell you all right now, man. A lot of times when people can't see the good in you, that don't got nothing to do with you. That got something to do with them. That's more so what they, you know what I'm saying, their blindness, to be honest with you. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's because they don't see the good in them. So if they don't see the good in them, they ain't going to see the good in you. You can't force that, man. That's why our Father's trying to tell us today. Don't try to force nothing, man, good or bad. Even with the good, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay productive, stay doing good, man. And you got to know that those that are not doing good, man, ain't going to want to see you doing good. So they ain't going to try to acknowledge the good in you or the good that you're doing. You see what I'm saying? You see people be quick to acknowledge when we do something wrong. That shows you what's in them. Period, point blank. Pay attention. That shows you what's in them. person can't acknowledge the good in you, that says a lot about them. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing good. Now I'm saying, if you're not doing good or manifesting good, then yeah, people, they don't really have to acknowledge it because it's not there. It's almost like it don't exist. But when you're doing good and you giving your all, man, there are times where it seems like people don't acknowledge the good. Nah, it ain't that they don't acknowledge the good. They don't want you to know that they know how good you're doing, to throw you off. That's a mess with your head, man. That's psychology 101. Listen, if y'all don't learn to be psychiatrists out here, therapists, counselors on your own, you ain't gonna make it. Because it's a big head game out here. People play mind games, man. I'm telling you right now. And you gotta know how to overcome that. You can't let that get the best of you. Period, point blank, man. It's all about what you take in. You see what I'm saying? Let positive things build you up instead of that negativity and that foolishness and that stupidity. Period, point blank. So that's what our Father's trying to tell us today, man. Like, we don't have to force nothing, man. We don't always have to try to get people to see what we see. That's another thing. I had to learn that the hard way. It ain't always meant for other people to see what you seeing. They ain't gonna take it the way that you will. Come on, man. This is really for the chosen few, yo. Period, point blank, man. And I ain't trying to look down on nobody. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, slander nobody. I'm just saying this for the chosen few, man. Period, point blank. This for those who are built for this. You got to be built for this, man. If not, you ain't going to make it, man. Guarantee that. You'll be ripped in half. Lord knows, man. So, let's do what you got to do out there. That's what our Father's trying to tell us today. Get your priorities in order. Be responsible. Stay productive no matter what, man. You ain't got to try to force nothing. Stay productive, man, and things will come together. Keep manifesting, man. Things going to turn out to be amazing. You don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, who is trying to stop it or who don't believe and who don't like it and all this other stuff. Man, you just got to do what you got to do, man. This is ultimately for all of us individually first. And then, you know what I'm saying, we bless those who want better with what we have learned. But, you know what I'm saying, you got to do what you got to do out here, man. Period, point blank. That's what our Father's trying to tell us today. So, hope y'all take heed of that. Hope y'all get peace another day. Hope y'all live and small. Y'all put it on the problem. Like, do what you got to do. Y'all show name. Amen. Hallelujah.